It's your boy Chris again. We're back at it. First of all, today basically what we're gonna do is, so I found this video. Actually, I found this video is called Lucifer's first interview. So I just want you guys to go through it with me, and we're just gonna see it. I've never seen it before, and I think it will be interesting actually. And it's hilarious. It's crazy. We just go into it, yeah, no.
Lucifer in the flesh. Do you know how many journalists would kill? Wait, you probably do. First, I want to say thank you to agreeing to this interview, because I know you are a very, very busy person.
Yes. I usually like to fly under the radar. But
First of all, I just want to see, like, his face, bro. His face is so, it's not even good to look at. And what I would say is, in the Bible at least, it's written that Lucifer was the most beautiful angel ever. Like, was so beautiful compared to all other creatures. He was the most beautiful. So in this case, I'm like, it doesn't even match up. If it's that, if it looked like that, nah, bro. But obviously, he's a deceiver as well. So we're just gonna go watch the whole thing and see how it goes.
I figured, since I'm already on the campaign trail, why not?
Okay. First, let's talk about your reign. Now, you've had a fairly long one. What would you attribute to your success and popularity?
Oh, that's easy. Every generation is the same. I appeal to their lust and ego. I offer all the sex, wealth, and fame a person could want. Do as thou wilt has been my campaign slogan from the start. And my campaign platform hasn't changed either. I run on the same three issues every generation. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life.
Okay. When you say,
Oof, powerful. I don't know what this guy been through, but it's just like, it's incredible. It is incredible. It's like, why would he do that to his own face? I mean, I don't believe he's a Lucifer, because obviously we have to talk about spiritual. But in this case, it's like, doesn't make sense. Nah. I mean, the devil is here to deceive us in many ways. Like, through, like the thing you were saying, like through sex, through wealth. Those are the easiest way to get deceived. So always be precaution and be careful what you chose, the path you take. Always seek for the light instead of the darkness.
in lust of the flesh, what exactly do you mean?
Come on now. What do I mean? Isn't it obvious? I just use humans' own innate physical desires against them. And since sexual desire seems to be the most powerful, I usually run with that. Now, I didn't create sex, but I must say I've done a superb job at perverting it. Take pornography, for example.
Honestly, that can be one of the most powerful thing. Like, sex, pornography, desire of another flesh. Like, it's a lot of people get lost in those kind of cases. It's like, you are not willing to be stable. You are willing to do more thing with your body. You wanna have desires that cannot even last that long. What about stick to one person instead of going doing a lot of things with a lot, like having sex with multiple people. I mean, seek for the Lord's mercy. If you have those kind of problems, you should always seek for forgiveness and try to work with your own problem, because that's obviously what the devil wants. We want you to do those things, and they are not good. And once you find somebody you truly love, you might even desire, you still want more, because you're not satisfied with what you already have, since you've already been doing a lot of things that are out there. So be careful, yeah?
Well, you should know a lot about this one, Ivan. Weren't you addicted to porn?
This interview is about you, not about me. Can we get back on subject?
Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. What I do is gradually get someone addicted to porn. And once lust has had its full work and he and she can no longer restrain themselves, they usually look to act out their fantasies on someone. And sometimes that someone is a child. Now, my plan plays out perfectly. That abused child will eventually turn to a life of promiscuity and perversion themselves, allowing me to continue my vicious cycle. And here's the kicker. Many of those abused girls end up right in the porn industry. Now, how's that for irony?
The second thing you had mentioned, I believe, you said lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes. Can you elaborate?
Humans are never satisfied. You always crave more. Bigger house, bigger car, more money, more power. The list goes on and on. I just take their natural ambitious desire, pervert it, and use it against them for their own destruction. My plan is to allow them to never be content. As long as I can keep them craving what others have, I can depend on them to argue, fight, even kill to get it. Humans are so easily tricked into jealousy. And you know what they say? Jealousy is as cruel as the grave.
Yes, I have heard that before. The last thing you had mentioned was, I believe, pride of life. Now, how does this...
Actually, the thing you're saying is definitely true, because we human beings are often more we always want power, and in the form of power, it can be economically success, to have big houses, cars, all those desires. Sometimes how we get them, it can be very careful. We should be very careful about it. And it's not about, obviously we get like lowered into those kind of things. So we have to be careful what we're leaning into, and seek for God, because He can give us even more beautiful thing than that. Obviously, you want to protect your heart. That's the most important thing in any case.
This fit into your campaign platform?
Humans are always on a quest for knowledge. I tricked the first humans to seek carnal knowledge over godly wisdom, and it's worked like a charm every generation since. With more knowledge comes more pride, and you know pride is my specialty. And since humans don't like to keep God in their wisdom, I'm able to seduce them with all types of things to help puff up their ego. Lately, fame has been my biggest seller. Who doesn't like attention and feeling more important than the next person? Once I make them famous, I can really use them to promote my agenda. With their help, I've convinced half of the world to not only accept sin, but to celebrate it. Do you know what has been my most enjoyable pride campaign to date?
Celebrate sin. Wow. I mean, it's saying a lot of things that most people do, and we do kind of celebrate it in many ways. And So I would say stay away from parties, stay away from alcohol, stay away from those kind of human nature desires, because those are dangerous things. Those can lead you to do miserable thing in your life.
No, what?
Well, my gay pride campaign, of course. Not only do I get the chance to promote your own self-destruction, I get to use God's logo, the rainbow, to do it. Love is love, right? My plan not only prevents you worthless humans from reproducing, it distorts the gender roles and allows me to bring all types of chaos and confusion upon your pathetic societies. It's been
Oof. He's literally saying it. I don't even need to repeat at this moment. He's literally telling us, like, wake up. I mean, it's obvious. I can repeat it, but obviously he's doing these things to put us in a wicked place. Like, in so wicked place. We should always seek for the Lord. I mean, like you say, love is love. Come on. Come on now. Is that applied for animals as well? Is that applied for kids as well? Who is that applied for? So it's like, don't go in those kind of dark places. Because there is it's a dark place where you can be lost and not find yourself again. Especially, some people who end up those places don't even know how to get out of those places, or surrounded with those people. It's a sad thing, though. It's a sad thing. You should seek for the Lord.
so successful, I've got men convinced they're women, and women convinced they're men, and some convinced they're no gender at all. And I've got 2 more Pride Initiative campaigns I'd like to introduce in the near future.
Really? I'm guessing you probably want me to ask you what they are, right?
Well, first, it's abortion pride. Now, I think we can pull this off. Society is definitely ready for it. I've enlisted to help a Planned Parenthood to work with marketing and promotions. And all we'll have to do is silence the so-called abolitionists and pro-lifers, because the rest of the church doesn't seem to care. And second is pedophilia pride. Now, society might not be ready for this one just yet, so we'll...
Abortion pride and pedophilia pride. Wow. If these 2 things happen, I mean, there already been some sign here around the world about this kind of thing, but if it truly gonna happen, it's a really sad world we're living in. It's a truly sad world we're living in. And parents who are accepting this type of thing, I just feel really sad for them. Oh, so sad.
Hold off. I need to desensitize them a little more before we introduce it.
Okay. Let's change gears for a minute and talk about policy. Some may consider your policies destructive, dangerous even. What would be your response to that? What would you say to your detractors?
All of my policies are aimed to do one of 3 things: either steal, kill, or destroy. And if it's not doing one or all 3 of those things, then it's not my agenda, and I'm not promoting it.
Okay. I'm happy you said that. It seems as if you promote your agenda differently to different ethnicities. If so, why?
Of course, I'd be a fool not to. Take Black people, for instance. As a people, they're super spiritual, so I can't really convince them that there is no God.
Wow. That's the beautiful... Actually, Black people are very spiritual. That's a nice one. I mean, I'm very spiritual. Yo, come on now. Yeah, I mean, we are very spiritual. Even though when I see my family in Africa, I can see them how much they praise for the Lord, how much they give their heart for the Lord, how much simple thing they have. They don't have much, but they have joy in their heart. So they have some good spirit in them. Most people in Africa, they believe in something. They believe in a higher power. So that's amazing, yeah.
I have been able to do as of late is convince him that he's not the God of the Bible. Now, I've been real successful at promoting black consciousness and Islam in their communities.
I'm so happy you mentioned black people. It seems as if we've been at the very top of your agenda for quite some time. Why is that?
A few reasons. Black people help me reach the masses. Now, as you know, I was over music in heaven. My beats were so dope, I got over a third of the angels to follow me. And once I got here to the earth, I needed artists and entertainers to help me promote my message here. Who better than black people? Black people possess all the natural rhythm and music ability that I need. And it's easy for me to influence them with money since so many of them grew up without it. Another reason I target black people is because they're strong mentally and physically. If black men were to ever find their
They are strong mentally and physically. So he influencing, he using our way of, because we love music, obviously we do. I'm not gonna lie, I love music. I listen to music every day. So, wow, interesting.
identity in Christ, I'd be in trouble. So I try my best to destroy the black family structure and keep black men away from his family and the church.
Oh,
Drugs and incarceration are a couple of my more popular means. Without the head of the household present, I can become the head and influence the children without too much resistance.
So you mean to tell me that your policies are intentionally racist against black people?
Racist? This has got to be the best law I've ever come up with. Now, I can't believe that humans still believe there are different races. But to answer your question, yes. It has always been my policy to target and isolate a group of people. And out of all my strategies, this skin color thing has worked the best. I definitely want to keep white people and black people separated. As long as I can keep black people bitter and white people offended, I'm good. Hopefully black people will never forgive. That way I can continue to use them.
Okay. My question is, what role, if any, does your administration play in this black on black crime epidemic?
Well, as great as my administration is, we can't take all the credit for this. Black people help us tremendously. By aborting so many of their babies, they allow us to bring death to their communities. As the Bible says.
oh, this interview is so chill. I get so irritated. Like, but I have to keep my cool. Oh my God, the thing he's saying is just like, nah, man. Nah, he's not doing that. The thing he's saying though, it's so cruel. It's so mean. This dark energy. I didn't like it though. I can just feel my entire body just shaking.
They sow the wind and reap a whirlwind.
When implementing all of these policies, do you ever face any resistance or pushback? And if so, from who?
One group in particular try to oppose every policy I try to implement. I would be so much further along in my agenda if it wasn't for them.
Really? So what group is that?
Those pesky, born-again Jesus followers. They're a real thorn in my side. Every generation.
What I would say is, it's interesting. That's what I'm saying. Like, Jesus is our master. Jesus is our Lord. And some people might come and judge. No, it's not true. You're saying something. I'm telling you, even these guys are acknowledging it. It's not like it comes from nothing. It comes somewhere. You understand? The power is there. The power is literally there. You just have to seek for it. You just have to seek for the love, for the glory, everlasting life. Seek for it. You're seeking for many other things, you're not going to find it.
They come together and try to dismantle one of our signature policies. Now, I've convinced half of the world that Jesus didn't exist and the other half that he wasn't divine. But I can't seem to convince them. They seem hell-bent on telling everybody about him and spreading his message. And some of them believe he's coming to unseat me in this generation. Crazy, huh? I tell you, those idiots are really messing with my legacy.
So, Lucifer, how does that make you feel when us idiots say that Jesus possibly could be coming back in this generation to unseat you?
Y'all been saying that for centuries. I just use it as motivation to get as much of our agenda pushed through and deceive as many people as possible before he returns. I think I've done pretty well. My record speaks for itself. About 150,000 people die each day, and most of them don't know Jesus.
Whoa.
150,000 people.
Whoa. A lot of people are falling. A lot of people are gone. And a lot of people are going to be gone as well. Because the heavenly door is like a needle. Only a few going to enter. Only a few going to enter. And I'm not trying to create any kind of, oh, this and that. I'm telling you the fact, like, only a few ones going to enter in heaven. Wow. And they have to, basically Lucifer have to deceive as many as he can. That's what he's saying. As many as he can. Oh.
Well, you know what? This concludes our interview. I want to say thank you for an open, honest, pretty frank discussion with me. Is there any last words you would like to leave with our viewing audience?
Yes. I'd like to take this moment and give a special thank you to two groups of people. First, I want to say thank you to all my followers. You are the hands and feet of my administration, and we could do nothing without you. Keep up the good work spreading my message. And second, I'd like to say thank you to the divided church. I love the way you argue and use your passions to fight amongst each other. Keep up the good work. There's really no rush to tell people about Jesus. You all have plenty of time.
Wow. I can just read what I say. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angel fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angel fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down. That ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who led the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth. He was hurled to the earth, and his angel with him. Wow, powerful. Anyway, guys, what I would say, always remember to pray. Stay faithful to God. Stay faithful to Jesus, because that they say, whom believe and follow Jesus and ask for his mercy, you will definitely get it. I believe that. I believe that you just need to pray and believe. Believe that God died on the cross. Believe that he is the Father. Believe that he is the Lord. And follow him. Follow him. Trust me, follow him, you will definitely have an everlasting life. If not, then you'll be a lost soul. And I don't want that for you. I want you guys to find the love that he actually shown through this world, you know. And this video was interesting. I think a lot of people can learn from it, can see how we get deceived every day and try not to do it. Try to stay away from those type of things. Stay away from what the devil is reaching for, or trying to reach you to do. I'll be out. Peace.